What's up, YouTube? Jeff Hewley DC here, and tonight we got another knife to show you. So tonight we're going to talk about the Chaves Ultramar Sangre. This thing is another one of the Riot produced, Ramon Chavez designed series knives they're putting out right now. As you can see, you got an all titanium frame with green canvas micarta scale insert here on this side. Not crazy about this. It's really holding dirt, and it's not. I haven't been able to clean it up very well, but we'll get back to that. You have a titanium backspacer along with the signature skeleton key pocket clip. This thing, I mean, this thing gets in your pocket. It ain't coming out unless you want it to come out. And if you've seen any of my previous videos on this thing, it'll tear up a car door. I found that out the hard way. So like I was saying, it's a right hand tip up only. It is a flipper, which is another, they did two flippers and one non-flipper, one thumb stud opening. And this one, as you can see, it just runs absolutely beautifully on ball bearings. It is an absolute beautifully action knife, just very solid, detent's great. It just really works well. As you can see, it is a frame lock, and you're locked up about I would call that probably about 25, maybe 30%. I mean, it's pretty solid lockup. It's not going anywhere. No side to side, no blade play, nothing like that. You got really solid centering. It's just an extremely good action. Those ball bearings are really clean. When I took this knife apart and I cleaned it and everything, and they used like I'm not sure what it was. It was like a bearing grease is what they had on the bearings originally. And I changed it out to KPL, and within the first 5 days I was like, man, this KPL, I ruined the action on it. That KPL has kind of set in there over about the course of a week, because I haven't put out any videos in a few days. I mean, when I did all my testing and everything and research on this knife was probably, it's been almost 2 weeks. But I cleaned this knife and I put that KPL on it, and I thought that I had ruined the action on it. And I come back out here tonight to shoot this knife, or to shoot this review, and man, it's soaked in there, and it is absolutely just a dream. But as you can see, you got a Warncliffe style blade with a lightly tumbled black finish, or I don't really know, like maybe yeah, it's almost like it's a DLC coating. Yeah, I mean, it's just an absolutely gorgeous knife. S35 VN steel, super sharp, just great cutter, great slicer. Really great knife. So let's do some boring stuff here. Let's do a little spec data here. Closed, you're looking at 4 1/4. open, you're looking at just under 7 3/4. The blade itself, you're looking at just under 3.5. Cutting edge, you got about 3 1/8. Let's get the calipers out. Your blade thickness is looking at about 0.158, 59 if you round up. Handle thickness with the micarta scales is going to be 0.565. And let's get some weight. Point 4.66 ounces and 132 grams. So as you can see, it's a bit of a beefy knife. Just to kind of compare it here, we'll get out the Liberation and the Rendition. I love that one. That one just absolutely beautiful series of knives. I'm so glad that Mr. Chavez came up with this idea and brought it to all of us knife collectors, because I'm serious, they're just not feasible. Not for me. I mean, I'm a pretty heavy knife collector, but that 228, which this Rendition is kind of modeled after, is so expensive. I can't do it. I've had it in my sights. I've looked at them a few times, and I just can't pull the trigger on one. So when they came out with these, I loved it. I loved the idea, and I was so grateful and glad to be able to be a part of the Chavez family or program, however you want to say it. I was happy to be a Chavez owner. With that being said, let's get into some likes and dislikes on this knife. So, number one on this thing, the fit and finish is amazing. The tolerances on it, just everything about it, just great. The only downfall I can find is with that micarta, and I'm gonna try a few things, and let me know in the comments down below if you got a good way of cleaning up some micarta. It kind of, that should be green, and it's kind of giving off that really dark look. I cleaned it with alcohol, and I was actually thinking about taking a toothbrush and some Dawn, just a little bit of Dawn with some warm water, and maybe hoping to clean it up a little bit and see how that does. I'm an aircraft mechanic, and my hands get dirty. If I carry this knife, it's gonna get dirty. So, but I was just trying to see if there's a way to restore it a little bit, try and clean it up. Let me know in the comments down below if you got a trick. So, another thing I really like about this, it's comfortable in hand. It's very, very comfortable. I mean, the only thing they could have done a little bit better is thrown some jimping on it. If they had thrown a little bit of jimping back here, we'd have been solid. I mean, it is so comfortable. Just couldn't say enough about it. The only thing, the pocket clip, it's a little tough on this one as compared to the other two, but that's because it's slimmer. It's slimmer than the Liberation or the Rendition, and it's still not bad. But it is very comfortable in hand, and it cuts great. It's amazing. And then it's a piece of art, really. It was what it is. got Ramon Chavez written all over it. You look at it, you know exactly who it's from, who designed that knife, and it speaks volumes for the quality and the construction of this knife. It really does. Couldn't say enough about it. So with my dislikes, just like I said on the others, the pocket clip, it just holds on. It holds on for days. I mean, it's so hard. I mean, putting it back in the pocket, you know, it's almost a two-handed effort. Getting it out, you know, you got to fight with it a little bit. You may have to give a little finger, excuse me, little finger help to get it to come out. Just the way it rides right there, you got so much of a hill. It's tough to come out of that groove right there. It really is. It's extremely, the retention on it is just, you can hear it. I mean, it pops. The next thing would have to be the coating on the blade. It shows everything, and these are nitpicking things. That coating that's on there, every little scratch, every little ding, it shows every little thing. It just kind of, but I mean, it's still not terrible. It doesn't look bad. I mean, that's a nitpick, really. I mean, that's all it is there's nothing wrong with it. It just, I don't know, it just kind of gives it that used look. And if you really wanted a shiny knife and, you know, extremely good looking, just aesthetically pleasing, maybe they would have used a different coating. But I still don't think it looks bad. I mean, I like the look of it, but that's just kind of one of those things. I noticed when, let's see, what was I cutting? I cut a log of cheese the other day, and you know, it really stuck on there, and it didn't really come off of it until I cleaned it off with alcohol. You're gonna get that with pretty much any blade. Once again, it's a nitpick. I really couldn't find too much that I didn't like about this knife. It's absolutely great. It's not my favorite blade shape, but that's his design. And I'm a knife collector, so just because I don't like a blade shape, you know, may not mean that I don't want the knife. I wanted the knife, you know, to complete the set, and I got it. I'm very happy with it. I love this knife, and I can't speak enough about the Chavez series. I mean, you guys that own Chavez's or have owned Chavez's, or you know they're absolutely amazing. So let me know in the comments down below what you think about the Sangre here. As always, thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll talk to you later.